Welcome to a new general twin flame reading, my gorgeous ones. This is Dr. V. Today we are going to go in deep on the energies between you and your twin flame or soulmate. This is for all signs and all of you precious souls who are in this collective on this journey to love and union or reunion with that special person in your life. I want to let you know that I am Dr. V, and this is my passion, this is my purpose, to help bring you clarity and confidence, because I know that if you're here, you are definitely struggling to come together with that special person in your life. You may be in some form of separation with little to no contact, or you're here just so that you can better understand where your twin flame or soulmate is coming from, how they think, how they feel, just so that you can build a better and stronger connection and relationship as you move forward. So that's why I do these readings. And if that resonates with you, make sure that you become a member of this incredible Live Tarot family. So for all of our new subscribers, I want to give you a big warm welcome and thank you for being here. And for all of our Live Tarot members, you know how much I love you. You are the most incredible family on YouTube. So, as always, make sure that you take all the messages that resonate for you and leave the rest. I'll be using a multitude of decks for this reading, including the ones that I've created especially for you. So these 3 decks right here are all about the twin flame journey. And this one is a special deck that I've created for all of you who are currently entrepreneurs. It's called the Divine Feminine Entrepreneur, or if you would want to be an entrepreneur, because I know many of the Live Tarot family are wanting to start their own businesses or already have their own businesses. And so this deck is really unique in that it will give you some very specific and powerful strategies and guidance to build a freedom-based business that really brings you an abundant life. And it's based on my decade of experience being an entrepreneur before I became your reader here. So let's go ahead and dive into our reading. Before I start, one last thing I want to tell you. I'm going to do affirmation of the day, so stay tuned for that. So without further ado, let's get into your reading. All right, so Spirit, can you please tell us, what are your twin flame or soulmates' deep desires and feelings about you at this time? What are they thinking and feeling? Your divine masculine, your divine feminine. What are they thinking and feeling about you at this time? Okay, so let's start off here. This is really wonderful. So I'm feeling that your beloved, they are really mirroring you at this time. So whatever you are feeling right now, know that they are feeling the same. So if you are missing them right now, say you've been in some sort of separation or struggle, say you are missing their energy. I know for some of you, your twin flame or soulmate lives in a different town, lives in a different city, maybe even lives in a different state or country, and you've been physically separated, especially because of the lockdown situation. And I know that there's been a lot of longing and struggle and a lot of missing and a lot of deep feelings that are associated with the separation that is both physical and that can also be emotional at this time. So whatever that you are feeling, you, this beautiful you that is watching this video, first of all, know that your twin flame or soulmate is mirroring you. They are reflecting back to you how you feel. So I know some of you are wondering, I feel like things have not gone well between us. What if he or she does not care for me anymore? Or what if they are considering moving on, or they don't want to talk to me or see me? Just know that is not the case, regardless of what their silence has been, because they are really right now missing you. They are in a deep state of nostalgia. So even if they're not actually reaching out and speaking to you, they are going deep in their memories of the time that they have spent with you. They really cherish those times. It's almost like they feel so bad in their heart right now. It's almost like they feel like that was a different lifetime. They feel that whatever has been going on in the past like 3 months or so, with the lockdown, with the world health issues, with things going on, especially in the United States, your beloved has felt a lot of disconnection. They feel very disconnected from a lot of things that are going on in their life. But what has truly been like a knife in their heart is their disconnection from you. I think that they have discovered that this is something that they cannot live with. So if you have been feeling disconnected from your twin flame or soulmate, just know that it has hit them like a ton of bricks. They cannot stand it. They are feeling almost desperate in their need to reconnect with you. Like they are just reveling and haunted by memories of you and the time that you had together. And that is why they're actually feeling so low, because it's like they feel like that time before all of this lockdown, that time that you spent together before the world really drastically changed, was the best time of their life. They felt like that. They have never been more in love, more in flow, more in connection with you, and through that connection with you, with themselves. Like this was a huge spiritual awakening for them when they met you, when they started spending time with you, when they realized that you were the love of their life. And so they feel like the loss has been so great. The loss has been so deep for them because they literally feel like it was like a different lifetime. They feel like it's been night and day between what they felt, the memories that they created with you, and how they are feeling right now. And that is why they have been so much in a bad, dark place, because they are not with you, or they are in some sort of a temporary separation from you, that they've literally had to go into their Zen garden, as in they've had to literally go into their inner sanctuary just to survive this. Like it has been that painful for them. And so they've been seeking solace in that. And they've also been really deeply appreciating you. And I think that this was something that may have been lacking with them in the past, as in, I think to a certain extent, they really took you for granted. They didn't mean to, but I think with how life is sometimes, like I think that you both have very busy lives. You have a lot on your plate. I feel that many of you are in very busy careers, or many of you are getting an education at this time. Like you have school, you have career, you have other responsibilities. So in the hustle and bustle of what your lives were before all of this lockdown, you may have gotten to the point where you kind of took each other for granted, but I do feel that they took you more for granted. Like it's almost like they believed that you would always be there. And that is why it was a very big shock for them when things took a turn against that connection. And so now, because they've been haunted by these memories of you, now that they are reliving those precious moments from the past that they had with you, they are back in deep appreciation for you and what you have meant to them. What this connection has truly meant to them is what they are finally now feeling. So let's do your tarot and go deeper. What else is your twin flame or soulmate thinking and feeling about you at this time? What else is your twin flame and soulmate thinking and feeling about you at this time? What else are they thinking and feeling? Wow, I love this. All right, so look at this. Now, because I feel like this is a confirmation of exactly what I was feeling from this energy, is that they have been in such a dark energy because of whatever has gone on between the two of you. It literally sent them down into a downward spiral. So I want you to know that if you feel that they've been cold, or this has not affected them at all, just know that they are pretending, or they're trying to put up a strong front, or they're trying to kind of be tough. They were trying not to show you how deeply this has affected them. But I do feel that that is coming to an end, as in they've realized that they put up a lot of obstacles. Okay. They really weren't comfortable enough. And it has nothing to do with you. I think it has to do with their own blocks, their own fears, is that they really put up a lot of walls around them. This Nine of Wands is about how they were actively kind of in a little bit of a victim mode. And I think that's one of the things that made you feel like this connection wasn't as strong as you would want it to be. Like I feel like you were getting a little bit tired of them complaining, because I do feel a bit of a complaining energy coming from your person here, as in they got to a point in life where nothing was good enough for them, and they were starting to a little bit act out on those things, right? Like, but what it did was that it came from this Nine of Swords energy. So it like came from this place within them where they were starting to feel very overwhelmed. While they were starting to feel very emotionally spent, and they got to a point again where they took you for granted. They thought that you would always be there to soothe them. And I feel like you gave them a lot. Like you tried your best. You literally gave them your entire heart. And I feel like you really, for a certain amount of time, you did make them the center of your world. Even though you had other things going on, even though you were so busy, you definitely gave them top priority in your life. You literally made them the center of your entire world because you love them so much, right? But I do feel like because of that, they took you for granted. They took it for granted that you would always be there, that you would always make them number one. And what they did was they didn't give back enough. This Six of Coins or Pentacles is the energy of reciprocity. And I do feel that one of the great mistakes that they made with you, and what they are now realizing, is that they did not make you the number one priority of their life in the way that you made them, right? So they did not return this same level of commitment. They kind of stumbled on this, like they took you for granted. They saw you doing so much. They saw you being there for them, supporting them, loving them, guiding them every step of the way. And they wanted to give back to you, but it's like they never really did. It's like and I feel like, it doesn't matter what their intention was, because they didn't do it. And that is where it's like, if you have kind of kicked them to the curb right now, if you've kind of said, you know what, enough is enough. I gave you my all. I did everything I possibly can for you. And what did you do for me? You didn't show me the same level of respect, the same level of care, the same level of love. Then you know what? I'm going to kick you to the curb. I feel like for some of you, that's what you did. And you did that right. They needed this, okay? They needed this kick in the ass. Excuse my language, but they needed it because they weren't seeing, they were being too focused on themselves, okay? They were kind of sinking a little bit into this narcissistic thing where it's like all about them, right? Their needs, their hopes, their dreams, their problems, their obstacles, their responsibilities. It was all about them. And you finally said, you know what? I'm not going to deal with this anymore. You're putting up these walls. It's always all about you, right? This is not right. It can't just be all about you and what you need, okay? You also have to understand me and what I need, and that I'm not going to be here forever, because this is a relationship of equals. This is a connection between two people who have come together knowing that they are soulmates, knowing that they are twin flames. And, you know, we both deserve an equal relationship here. And so they feel that that kick in the pants that you gave them has given them a fresh new perspective, a fresh new way of living emerges. Okay, so they are seeking transformation. This is what they are seeking. This is how they feel about you. It's like they've come to the realization of how selfish they've been. They've come to the realization of looking at, through the memories, right? Through the memories that are haunting them, they've come to that realization. And now it's like, they're like, how can I change this? Okay, how can I transform this connection? All right, so let's go deeper. So let's pause here so I can give you your affirmation of the day. So today's affirmation, I feel, is so important, especially as the world is going through such difficult times right now. I want us to be very resilient, right? Because we have to be. We don't have a choice. Resilience is going to get us through this. Staying positive, staying happy, and thriving is going to get us to the next level. So I want you to focus on joy. What brings you joy in your life? Are there things that you can do that put you in a state of joy? If you need to make a list and sit down and go over those things and just start doing them, that would also be so wonderful. So today's affirmation of the day, I want you to write in the comment box below, is I am pure joy. I am pure joy. And make sure that you put that in your vibration and you live it today and every day. So then what is the connective energy right now between you and your twin flame or soulmate? What is the energy of this connection at this time? See, that makes sense to me. Thank you, Spirit. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. So what is the energy of this connection between the two of you? Wow, look at that. See? What is the connective energy here, Spirit? What is connecting you at this time? What is the energy of this connection? Wow. Okay. This is lovely. Okay, so see, it's exactly what we were saying before. This person was definitely going through a selfish phase, right? A selfish mode where they were not focusing on your needs as much as they were focusing on their own. And I do feel that part of that comes from a bit of an escapist tendency that they have, as in like they get very easily overwhelmed by emotion. So they get very easily overwhelmed and tend to run when things get difficult and challenging. That's something that I think you need to understand about your person. And it's not a bad thing. I mean, we all have that. Like, no one wants to deal with challenges. Who does, right? And you know, life is full of them. And so many of us do have that sense of like, gosh, I wish I didn't have to deal with these negative emotions. I wish I didn't have to deal with all of these obstacles that are coming up. And I do feel that because you are special, you are different, right? They recognize at a very deep level that you are the love of their life. And so based on that, I think that stressed them out even more, as in they knew that if they mess this up with you, it's over for them. It's over. It's like, I'm getting the energy that they literally have said to themselves in their mind, if this connection does not work out, what's the point of even living? As in, I'm not saying they're suicidal or anything like that, but it's like they feel like their life will be meaningless without you. So they feel like if they screw this up, and they already have to a certain extent, right? And that's why they're seeking that transformation. That's why they have changed their perception. That's why they're working on the ways in which they have been selfish, the ways in which they have not stepped up and been the twin flame soulmate life partner that they need to be for you, right? The one that you deserve. Why have they not stepped up and become that person? That's why they're working on their perception of how they've done things wrong, perception of themselves, perception of what it's going to take to stop running from whatever challenges that come up and deal with them head on. I think this is the thing. They need to be able to solve problems with you in a really effective and communicative way. They need to not run from heavy emotions, not run when things go wrong, because that's what they tend to do, right? When things go wrong, especially with you, because like I said, they have it in their mind that if this connection doesn't work out, my life will be meaningless. Like, what is the point anyway? Because I will not have the love that I want in my life. And so that is why they become even more overwhelmed. So it's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy here. It's kind of like a catch-22. The more they're afraid of screwing it up, and like I said, they already have, right, to a certain extent, and now they're trying to fix that, the more they also tend to run from those emotions, because they tend to want to run and hide because they're afraid. So that is why they're coming through in this energy of forgiveness. And I think this is so important. Okay, so they want you to know that they seek your forgiveness for the ways in which they've been selfish, right? For the ways in which they took you for granted, how they didn't give you the same amount of love, affection, attention, and importance as you gave them, right? That was a huge, huge mess up on their part. But isn't this wonderful that they're coming through with the energy of forgiveness? Because look at this, you are their treasure. Okay, and I feel like this is coming through again, a second time, in such a powerful way, as in they know that you are the treasure of their life. Okay, you are it for them. And they feel that they need to become this King of Wands for you, because I think their fear is that if they don't embody the energy of this King of Wands, then they will lose you. So what I mean by that is that they've realized that they really need to step into their full power as your masculine, as your feminine, right? That this is about really encompassing and stepping into the energy of their own greatness, of what they are capable of. Because the King of Wands really is somebody who is very bold, who is dynamic, who goes out and does what he or she says they will, right? This is an energy. So it's like they are very true to their word. They're true to their own sense of honor. They are not going to put their own selfish needs above the needs of those they love, right? They are honorable. They are risk takers. They if they're passionate about you, if they're excited about you, they know what they want. They want you. They're going to go after you and get you, as in they're going to prove their love to you. They're going to take massive action in order to do that. And I feel like your person has not done this so far, as in whatever their blocks were, they haven't really come to you and taken this kind of action before. So that is why it is becoming key for them to step into this kind of action-oriented next level. Because if they've realized that if they want you back in their life, if they want this treasure back, they're going to have to take big action. And so they're also looking for cleansing, which is wonderful. And I feel like this is part of that journey that the two of you are going to take, where it's like you want to purify this relationship because it has gone bad, right? It has gone bad because of their lack of attention. It has gone bad because of their lack of priorities. And so they know that they're going to have to clear the waters with you. And I love this because anytime we get water energy, we are also getting the energy of deep emotions, right? So your person has very, very deep emotions when it comes to you. Very, very deep love. Okay, that is why they're coming through like this. And now it's like they want to get out of their head because they feel like a lot of the reasons why this this connection went in a direction that they didn't want it to go, and why a lot of the reasons why they were a bit narcissistic, a bit selfish about this connection and more focused on themselves is because they tend to be in their head a lot. They tend to still be like a student of the world, Page of Swords. Like they tend to be a little bit more immature when it comes to their own thoughts. They tend to get caught up very quickly in the cycles of their own thinking. And sometimes their own thinking becomes their own worst enemy, right? So this is something that they have wanted to come out of, this energy they understand. And that's where this perception comes through. They have realized that, you know what, if I want to win back my twin flame, my soulmate, if I really want to be in this King of Wands energy, then I'm going to have to get out of my head, which is this swords energy, right? I'm going to have to change my perception. I have to get out of my head and come into my heart. And I'm going to have to reconnect from my heart space. I'm going to have to tell him, tell her how much I love her or him from this space of heart, emotions, true feelings. None of this focusing on myself, selfishness, or narcissism, but coming from stepping into that greater aspect of myself, stepping out of the immaturity and back into the beautiful part of my heart that I want you to see. They want you to see their heart, their true heart, in a way that you've never seen before. Isn't that just lovely? So that is amazing. So let's get some messages from your twin flame or soulmate. So special messages from their higher self. What would they say to you at this time if they could? What would your twin flame or soulmate say to you from their deepest heart at this time if they could? Wow. All right, so these are messages from the Twin Flame in Separation and Twin Flame Shadow and Light decks that I've created so that you can get really specific about what your twin flame or soulmate is truly thinking in their mind, feeling in their heart for you. Our relationship was different and special. Other people didn't understand it. My spirit is always with you. Can you feel me now? Do you still love me too? Isn't that amazing? So see, I told you this, right? This to me is such a confirmation from spirit, and I thank them so much today for being so clear. This is a confirmation from them about that energy that came through so strongly, that your beloved truly feels that you are the treasure of their life. This relationship is unlike any other. They have screwed it up, right? And there's a lot of regret there. And they know that it is something unique, something special. And that is why they feel that if this doesn't work out, what is the point, right? What is the point? Like they really feel like their life would be meaningless. Oh my gosh, look at this. Isn't that amazing? This is the exact same message. Life would be empty without you by my side. Okay, so that's a confirmation of that same feeling where they love you so much, they just don't see what the point is in living life if they lose you, right? Like what would their life be like? They can't even imagine. My emotions are like a roller coaster right now. That is why they are extremely afraid of losing you. Extremely afraid. Wow. All right, so let's take a look at what are their plans? You know, how do they intend to move forward then? What actions do they want to take towards you? How do they plan to move forward in this connection? How do they plan to move forward? Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Wow, I love this. How does your twin flame or soulmate plan to move forward in this connection? Oh my gosh, wow. Fantastic, look at this. So I think what they've realized is that 8 of Wands, okay, they need a resolution to this. They are not going to wait around any longer. And what they're going to try to do is they're going to try very hard to bring the romance back. Isn't that amazing? I feel like what they feel is that, yes, they were selfish. Yes, they were self-centered. Yes, they didn't make you a priority. So now I feel like their plan to change that energy is to show you how important you really are to them. And they feel that the way that they're going to do that is to romance you. Oh, I love it. Isn't that so amazing? They want to bring the romance, the tenderness. Oh, they want to bring that flow back. They want to revel with you. Look at this. Revel, flow, savor, entice, open yourself to romance. Oh, and look at this. The dream. Something is revealed, insight and breakthrough. So I feel like they're having dreams about you, as in waking dreams, not just dreams at night subconsciously, but they're having like real dreams and visions about what they want with you. Like they want to start spending some quality time with you. They want to cook for you. They want to give you roses. They want to bring wine. They want to like romance you and, you know, give you massages and just like really start to savor each other's presence again, show you the reciprocity that you so wanted to feel, but they hadn't shown you before. They want to make up for those times where they didn't make you a priority by making you the main priority of their life, by just winning over your heart, your mind, your spirit, your body, everything, just focusing on you. See, that's the transformation, the breakthrough that they are seeking. They want to revel with you like this, right? They want to lie down in your arms, wake up in your arms, just savor the romance. And look, they're in a hurry. 8 of Wands. This is the energy of somebody who doesn't have time to waste. They want to change this, and it is absolutely incredible. Okay, so they're going to come to you. They're going to come to you with, you know, they may even come to you with a lockdown romance plan. Okay, like this is how we're going to romance each other, either through Zoom. Say they can't physically be with you, but they're going to try to romance you on Zoom or some sort of like in a virtual way to begin with. And then once things open up, they are going to physically be there to show you how much they love you, how much they care, and how much of a priority you really are in their lives. Oh, I just love it. So let's end the reading with some advice from your spirit guides. Today we're going to get advice from goddess energy for you. Oh, I love these goddesses. Let's see, dear goddesses, what advice do you have as we move forward? Oh, butterfly maiden, transformation. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. Oh, what a fitting message. How wonderful. So I do feel very much, right? This is the second time that we're getting the transformation card. So I feel like this is a special message from Spirit telling you, don't worry, all will be well. There is true transformation coming for you in this connection, for the two of you together, and that you are definitely going to be building something beautiful together for your future. So make sure that you write the affirmation of the day in the comment box below, as well as any comment that you have about how you felt about the reading. So as you know, you can go to the links in the description box below for information on how to order all of my oracle decks, as well as how to get on the wait list when my schedule opens up for private readings. Now popping up on your screen is going to be a screen that gives you options for other timeless love readings, because I know that many of you want more guidance, more clarity from spirit. So you know how much I love you, you know how much I believe in you, and I'll see you all on the next video.